They fascinated us in the Untamed, and even years later, fans still talk about the amazing chemistry between Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan. Yet they haven't been seen together in public or in new projects for a long time, and many fans keep wondering, is there still a chance for them to work together again? Let's take a look at their horoscope and see what the stars might reveal about their connection and its future. Hello stars, welcome back to my channel where I analyze the horoscopes of your favorite BL ships. If you're new here, my name is Beatrice, I'm an astrologer and huge BL fan, and in this video I will speak about the horoscopes of Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan for the coming month. We will see what the stars have in store for them individually, but also as a duo. For everyone who hasn't seen it yet, I also have a video about their compatibility and relationship in general. I'll post a link in the description, so if you want, you can watch it after you finish this video. If you like my horoscope analysis and want to know when I post new ones, please subscribe to my channel and turn the notifications on. That would also help me a lot and allow me to make more of these videos. Before we start, a reminder that everything I say about the Zhan in this video is just my interpretation of their horoscope. It's not official information or some secret insider knowledge. I don't know them or their team personally, so this is just my opinion. And now let's move straight into Wang Yibo's horoscope and see what the stars reveal about his current path and the months ahead. From spring 2025 until the beginning of 2026, Wang Yibo has been in a deep phase of inner restructuring. What started around May 2025 is now reaching a more mature stage. He has been learning how to turn dreams, ideas, and creative visions into something solid and realistic. Earlier in 2025, this process may have felt confusing or slow, especially when reality did not fully match expectations. By the end of 2025 and into late January 2026, he gains more clarity and calm confidence. He understands better what is worth his energy and what is not. This helps him build something lasting, both in his career and in his private life. Another strong theme that began in May 2025 is the tension between pushing forward and protecting himself. Old wounds connected to pressure, competition, or proving his strength may have been triggered again. He may have felt frustrated with limits, delays, or criticism, similar to moments he experienced earlier in 2025. Between December 2025 and March 2026, he is asked to act smarter, not harder. Healing comes when he chooses balance over force and listens to his body and emotions instead of ignoring them. Since October 2025, his drive and ambition have been very high. He wants more, faster, and bigger. This can bring success but also risk. The same pattern will return around June 2026, showing that this is a longer lesson about pacing himself. If he overdoses things now, the cost will be higher later. If he learns when to slow down, this period can bring major growth and confidence. Between February 2025 and January 2026, there is also a quiet but powerful transformation happening in the background. He is slowly changing how he handles power, control, and long-term goals. The version of himself from a few years ago no longer fits. By early 2026, this inner shift becomes more visible in his choices and public image. Around the 17th of December 2025, communication and news became especially important. Information connected to cooperation, contracts, or supportive people came into focus. Emotional themes around closeness and boundaries were still sensitive following days of inner tension between desire and independence. This period helped him lean towards stability and calm choices rather than drama, particularly in partnerships. By the 20th of December, themes of care, responsibility, and long-term support become stronger. He may think more about how to protect what he has built or how to nurture something that will grow over time. On the 21st of December, his voice carries weight. It is a good moment for sincere conversations, but also for interviews, public statements, or creative expression. People are more willing to listen, and his words reflect who he truly is. From the 28th of December, energy flows more easily. He knows what to say and how to act. Decisions feel natural instead of forced. This is a good time for planning, training, rehearsals, or clear conversations. On the 31st of December, communication and thinking are sharp, precise, and confident. Information about him can circulate more clearly, for example through interviews, official updates, public statements, or simply by the way he presents himself. His words land well with others. The message he sends is consistent and mature. He ends the year with a strong sense of direction and mental clarity, even if some plans are still taking shape behind the scenes. The first half of January 2026 is one of the most supportive short-term periods. Around the 1st and 5th of January, charm, creativity, and emotional warmth are strong. He attracts positive attention naturally. Relationships, public image, and artistic work flow smoothly. This is a beautiful time for love, aesthetics, performances, and visible success. Around the 9th and 10th of January, he feels aligned with his future path. Actions taken now feel meaningful, as if they open the right doors. He may feel more certain about where he is going and who should walk beside him. Between the 8th and 14th of January, talks, negotiations, and agreements move forward easily. If something needs to be signed, announced, or clarified, this is a supportive window. Around the 15th of January, emotions run deep. This is not a light or casual energy. Power dynamics, strong attraction, or hidden feelings may surface. He may confront truths about control, desire, or emotional bonds. While intense, this moment helps him release old patterns that no longer serve him. By late January and early February, partnerships take on a more serious tone. Trust, loyalty, and shared values matter more than excitement alone. Around the 26th of January and the 10th of February, agreements and connections feel more aligned with his heart and long-term vision. All of this prepares him for a major expansion later. In August 2026, his visibility, confidence, and success reach a rare peak. Opportunities connected to love, performance, contracts, and personal recognition come together. What he carefully builds at the beginning of the year becomes something the world clearly sees and celebrates in August. For now, from December 2025 onward, the key lesson is simple. Steady growth beats rushed success. When he honors both his ambition and his limits, he steps into a stronger, wiser version of himself. From the end of 2025 into 2026, Xiao Zhan is moving through one of the most important rebuilding phases of his adult life. What has been developing quietly since spring and summer 2025 now becomes more visible and concrete. He is learning how to give form to long-term dreams, how to protect his energy, and how to build a career path that is not only successful but also sustainable. Since April and May 2025, he has been asked to mix discipline with sensitivity. He had to grow up emotionally even when things felt unclear or tiring. By February 2026, this effort pays off. He understands better where to commit and where to let go. His patience increases, and so does his inner stability. At the same time, changes that started around July 2025 continue to push him forward. He has already stepped away from old limits and habits. Between now and spring 2026, he becomes more comfortable with a new rhythm of work and life. He is no longer afraid to do things differently, even if others are surprised at first. However, love, values, and money have been more unstable since June 2025. Sudden shifts in relationships or financial plans may have shaken his sense of security. A similar wave will return in April 2026, reminding him that freedom and closeness must be balanced. He cannot please everyone, and he is learning to accept that. Another long theme comes from physical and emotional strain that began as early as mid-2024. Old pressure around performance, effort, and self-assertion has not fully disappeared yet. Even if this chapter was meant to end in early 2025, its echo can still be felt around early January 2026. He is learning to protect his body, slow down when needed, and stop fighting battles that drain him. On the other hand, since autumn 2025, his ambition has been very strong. He wants to grow, expand, and reach further. Around Christmas 2025, this energy is still active. The challenge is knowing when to push and when to pause. This lesson will fully return again by May 2026, so what he learns now matters for the future. The 20th and 21st of December 2025 open this phase with clear signals. Conversations, messages, and negotiations flow more easily. This can bring useful news, good talks, or progress in agreements. His thinking is sharp and he knows how to express himself calmly and clearly. Also during these days, warmth and harmony surround him. Public image, relationships, and creative work benefit from a soft but confident presence. He comes across as likable and balanced. By the 23rd of December, self-worth and confidence rise. This is a good moment for style, art, and personal appeal. He feels more comfortable being himself. The 26th of December stands out as an important day. Several positive influences come together. Optimism is high, doors open more easily, and support from others is visible. This can be linked to opportunities, public recognition, or promising business-related conversations. The days around the 28th of December bring sudden movement. Plans may change quickly or unexpected news appears. He may feel restless, but this energy helps him break free from stagnation. Also then, confidence and good timing support him, making bold moves more successful than usual. On the 31st of December, he reaches a personal turning point. This feels like a reset. He may act differently than expected, surprise others, or make a clear statement about his direction. He ends the year with a strong sense that a new chapter has already begun. The first days of January 2026 are especially important. On the 1st of January, communication about relationships, money, or creative plans flow well. There can be good news, pleasant talks, or even smart negotiations. At the same time, surprises around values or partnerships may appear, making this a meaningful day. On the 2nd and 3rd of January, he aligns more closely with his life path. In his birth chart, the connection between destiny and ideals shows that his path is tied to inspiration, art, compassion, and imagination. Now action pushes him closer to this calling. This can feel emotional and powerful, as if he knows deep inside what he is meant to do. The 4th and 5th of January are also important days. Attraction, creativity, and emotional sensitivity peak. He may feel strongly drawn to certain people, projects, or themes. This is not superficial energy. It touches his sense of purpose and meaning. Around the 6th and 7th of January, taboo topics come into focus. In his birth chart, the link between Black Moon Lilith and asteroid Juno, representing commitment, shows that for him, partnerships are intense and transformative. These points in his birth chart are now being activated. He cannot ignore power dynamics, hidden desires, or unspoken truths. By the 13th of January, conversations around contracts, loyalty, or sensitive topics come to surface again. This is another important day. Around the 18th of January, relationships and responsibilities grow more serious. Pleasure mixes with duty. What truly matters remains, everything else slowly disappears. By the 21st of January, weight and responsibility peak. This is a serious checkpoint. Decisions made now affect long-term stability, career structure, and commitments. Around the 24th of January, effort is required. He may feel pressure, but this also strengthens his endurance and authority. Looking further ahead, February 2026 continues the work of stabilizing his path. By April 2026, hidden topics and honest conversations resurface, helping him speak more freely. From spring 2026 onward, Black Moon Lilith and Jupiter bring bold, sometimes controversial growth. He will challenge expectations, expand his influence, and step into greater visibility. Major healing and success moments arrive in August 2026, May 2027, and especially August 2027, when a rare cycle of expansion peaks. To sum it up, what happens in the coming months is not just a busy period. It is the foundation of a much larger, more confident chapter in his life. From spring 2025 until December 2025, their shared story has been going through a quiet but very serious closing chapter. Something that once felt powerful, intense, and transformative has been slowly stabilized, contained, and put into a box. This period helped lock in what truly mattered between them and stripped away illusions. If there was pressure, unspoken weight, or fear of consequences around their relationship, this phase forced realism and emotional maturity. In December 2025, this long process reaches completion. What survives this point is real. What does not fades. At the same time, from March 2025 until late January 2026, confusion around communication has been a key theme. Mixed signals, silence, misunderstandings, or things said indirectly may have shaped how they relate. The public may also have been a bit confused about them. In October-November 2025, the confusion between them or in the public eye may have peaked again. By late January 2026, clarity finally replaces fog. Not everything must be spoken out loud, but both sides understand much more than before. Another deep layer of this bond is the Uranus-Neptune conjunction in their joint horoscope. This combination means a connection that feels timeless, idealized, electric, and hard to define. It often shows bonds that are meaningful to the public, symbolic, or linked to dreams and projections. It can create a sense of what could have been. It's inspiring, but also painful if reality cannot match the vision. Since spring 2025, this sensitive point has been under pressure, reopening old emotional wounds and unresolved questions. This pressure disappears by December 2025 and January 2026, making what comes next especially important. Between the 18th and 22nd of December, warmth and goodwill surround their connection. There is emotional softness, mutual respect, and a sense that what they shared had real value. This is not dramatic energy, but gentle and sincere. Around the 23rd of December 2025, their shared spotlight shifts. This is a karmic moment. The past and future pull in opposite directions. Something about how they are seen together, remembered together, or associated together comes up again, even if quietly. This does not automatically mean a reunion, but it does mean a turning of the page. On the 30th of December, communication about them becomes easier. News, comments, or indirect signals may feel more pleasant or neutral. If there is silence, it is a peaceful one, not a tense one. On the 31st of December, optimism rises. The public narrative around them feels lighter. Even without action, the tone shifts from unfinished to meaningful chapter. Early January 2026 is a very active and sensitive period. From the 9th to the 14th of January, their Uranus-Neptune conjunction is strongly triggered. This is huge for Zhan. This point represents the dream itself, the feeling that their connection is bigger than logic, bigger than roles, bigger than labels. When activated, memories resurface, emotions intensify, and public interest can quietly rise. Thoughts, conversations, and actions around this time may feel fated or symbolic, even if nothing concrete happens. With several influences active at once, this can be an important window. Inspiration, longing, creativity, and emotional charge are high. At the same time, this energy is unstable. It does not force a project or reunion, but it reminds everyone why this connection mattered in the first place. Between the 7th and 18th of January, many supportive influences surround them, but tension also appears. There is attraction and friction at the same time. This is classic almost but not quite energy. Desire to move closer clashes with reasons to stay apart. Around the 17th to 19th of January, emotional pressure peaks. This can show as distance, strong feelings kept under control, or public restraint. From late January 2026, reality steps in more firmly. Responsibility, timing, and structure matter more than emotions. This does not kill the bond, it defines it. In late February and early March 2026, agreements and commitments connected to their shared image or past collaboration come into focus again. This could be about how their story is handled, protected, or framed going forward. It is less romantic, more strategic. In March 2026, growth energy returns, but in a calmer way. Support exists, but within limits. If there is cooperation, it's careful and controlled. Mid 2026 brings a quiet strengthening of their shared legacy. The story stabilizes. In March and April 2027, taboo topics linked to Zhan resurface more openly. This can mean public discussion, reinterpretation, or a shift in how their bond is talked about. I haven't analyzed 2026 and 2027 in detail, but what immediately caught my attention was this. An extremely important future window appears in September 2027. This is the strongest chance for them to shine together again. If nothing concrete happens before then, this period stands out as the moment when their shared light could return in a meaningful way. Putting it all together, I would say that in December 2025, their relationship moves from confusion to clarity, from pain to meaning. It may not directly become what fans hope for, but it also does not disappear. Zhan is not a connection that shows up all the time, but one that leaves a strong mark. What they shared changed them. Whether as memory, current influence, or future possibility, this connection continues to exist, just in a form that asks for patience, realism, and respect for timing. Please let me know if you like this update video. And don't miss my next ones. The relationship horoscopes for Kang Nangping, Xujin from Kill to Love, and Pon Puin. And also an update on Smart Boom. Make sure that you won't miss any of these videos. Hit the subscribe button and turn the notifications on. Until next time, shine bright like the stars.